Hey yo, what's up everybody? I am Aqua Dude, and wait a second. This isn't right. There we go. Anyways, hey yo, what's up everybody? I am Aqua Dude, and welcome back to another Q&A video. Today I'm going to be answering some of y'all's questions that you posted in my Q&A, but I forgot about. I literally posted the Q&A a month ago and never got around to answering the questions. So I deeply apologize. I am so sorry for my inconsistent uploads and just my inconsistent schedule in general. I am deeply sorry for being a terrible YouTuber, and I will try my absolute best to do better. Also about the art challenge thing, I will talk about that in a bit, because I do know that recently I did post about my art challenge and the fact that I didn't choose a winner and said that I had like canceled it and stuff. But I'll go more in depth on that. Really the whole problem is I'll explain more later on, near the end of the video. But anyways, we're gonna get into the questions now. So, if you enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like on it, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss out on whenever I upload. Also, make sure to join the Discord. I will link it in the description. Also, yeah, leave any more questions that you have down below in your comments, and I will answer them in another Q&A video. But anyways, let's get straight into the video. Woo! This first question comes from Hemogremlin, and it says, what's Aqua's favorite music, song, artist, genre? And is it the same as yours? Answer, yes. It's the same as me, because, we are technically the same person, somewhat. Like, as I've said before, Aqua is a bit of an exaggeration of myself. Like, yes, I am playing a character, but the character is more so just a me in a way. So, yes, we share the same music, taste and stuff like that. We share the same ideas and stuff. No, fly on my screen. Anyways, as for my favorite song, artist, and genre, my favorite music genre is country music. I've grown up in like Tennessee all my life, so the most music I was exposed to was a lot of country songs. Especially growing up, I'd my aunt and uncle would always have like a radio playing while during the summers while we were at the pool. So I just really got attached to it. I believe that the station that they had on was Nash FM 1033. It's just a station that plays a whole bunch of country music, and I just fell in love with the country genre. As for my favorite artist, that would be an artist by the name of Luke Combs, a country singer who has made quite a few very good songs, such as Beautiful Crazy, Hurricane, and quite a few others that I absolutely love. But funnily enough, my favorite song isn't actually from Luke Combs, I believe. It's actually from... Yeah, my favorite song is actually from another one of my top favorite country singers, Blake Shelton. It's called God's Country, and I love that song. Every time I listen to it, it's just an absolute, like, every single time, I can't help but just enjoy it. So anyways, yeah, thank you for the question, Hemo. Moving on to a question by Plaguister. And the question is, what's your favorite game? My favorite game, I have a lot of games that I love a lot. Like Doom, Doom the Dark Ages, Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, Minecraft. I have a very wide variety of games that I love, but my absolute favorite out of them is without a doubt Fortnite, because it's the game that helped me meet my best friend, like my absolute best friend, AJ. You all know him as Grimlock or Ripstring. And, you know, it's it's just how I became friends with him, and I just have so many good memories with the game. Like, I've played Fortnite for 5 years. I started in late 2020, and, you know, I don't regret it. I don't, like, it's a very good game, and I do highly recommend it. It's super fun, and the newest season is very fun as well. I do enjoy it. But yeah, for my favorite game, it is definitely Fortnite. And I'm not saying that it's just better than I'm not saying that it's better than the other games that I've listed. Like, sure, it may be better than Minecraft in some ways, but Minecraft is also better than Fortnite in some ways, you know? It's like, there's always, the thing with these games, like, some games just do things better, and, you know, and everyone has their own personal preferences. I'm not saying one is better than the other, I'm just saying, in my personal preference, I just love Fortnite so much more. But still, Doom the Dark Ages is a very close second, along with other games like Zenless and Genshin. But anyways, yeah, that's the answer to that question. Moving on to, well, Plague did do another question, I believe, but we'll get to that in a minute, because that was in another post. But, yeah, so let me read this one from Kaiju Chaos. Well, actually, there's multiple. And it says, do you like Will Wood? If you don't know Will Wood, you should listen to him. No, I have no idea who Will Wood is, and honestly, I don't really care to know. That's just my personal preference, but, you know, who am I to judge, you know? I mean, maybe Will Wood is a good artist, you know, but I just don't really care to find out, honestly. You know, I may at some point, but as of right now, I have no plans on, like, listening to Will Wood. I have no idea who that is, and just honestly don't care to know. What's your most favorite game ever? You already heard the answer in the last question, Fortnite. Anyways, how would you react if I told you I have a Tom flag in my room right now? Well, I can't say I'm surprised at this point. What's your favorite mythical creature? My favorite mythical creature is dragons. I love dragons. Always have loved dragons. They're my absolute favorite. And they also just, you know, go with the medieval theme that I have, you know. Anyways. What's your opinion on Victor and Silco from Arcane? And if you know Arcane, favorite character. I don't watch Arcane, nor care for Arcane, so I have no opinion on Victor and Silco. I have no opinion on them because I haven't seen the show or played the game, and I don't care to. Again, that's just my personal preference on it. Also, my mouth seems to just seriously lack moving. What the frick? Oh, rah, rah, oh, rah. Do I need to, like, exaggerate my mouth movements a lot more? Is that the only way that I'm gonna actually be able to, you know, do this? Frick. Can it even pick me up good? Ah, frick. Anyways, this is another question from Kaiju, from the initial post that I made talking about the Q&A. And it says, will you join the Phone Guy cult? No. No, I am a Christian, so I worship God. I do not worship a man with a phone for a head. That's just not happening, and it never will happen. Alright, like... Anyways, this next question is, again, from Plagueistor. See, I knew we'd get back to another Plagueistor question. And this question is, What gave you the idea for Aqua and Pyro as characters? Now that is actually a very good question. Like, I was not expecting, like, a very good question like that one. So, oh my gosh, what gave me the idea for Aqua and Pyro's characters? Well, initially, I've always grown up with a big imagination, and I've also always grown up with a big fascination for superheroes, so I've always wanted to be one. I'd always pretend to be a superhero, stuff like that, so I've always just sort of had, like, a superhero persona. And also, growing up, I just love oceanic creatures. I love the water and everything about it. Like, you can ask my family members. When I was like 1 to 2 years old, I started learning how to swim, and it's just been a part of me throughout my entire life. So, water, I've always had a big connection to water, and I've always loved superheroes, so combining them together with my superhero persona, it really just sort of happened. Also, sharks are my favorite animal, so combine that, and also, I'm a cat person. I do like cats, so I just mixed them together and got the superhero cat shark warrior. And more things started to inspire me. Like, I like to absorb a lot of things and media just help me, so there's a lot of things that inspired my character. Like, I love the idea of heterochromia. I think it's very unique, which is why my character has heterochromatic eyes. Initially, my character was supposed to have, like, a in-lore reason for the mismatched eyes, like an injury that caused him to have to replace an eye, but that has since been changed to just him having heterochromia at birth. Because, I just love heterochromia. And, you know, a lot of more things have inspired me, like Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball and anime in general is just what, and VTubers is what inspired me to be a VTuber, and what inspired me to have such crazy power scaling, with my character. You know, so now my character is a super-powered, water-controlling being that is stronger than Goku. Also, Godzilla played a part in inspiring my character. That's how, like, that's why my character, you know, behaves in a sort of animalistic way, growls and snarls and roars a lot of the time, and is 100 feet tall. So, as you can see, a lot of things inspired my character, and also, you know, you guys sometimes inspire my character. Like, Kaiju, herself, inspired the whole lore change, because initially, this blue stuff on my body was initially just meant to be, like, fur. I was a bit, like, broken on what I wanted it to be before the debut of my new model, and, I was initially wanting it to be, like, shark scales, but then I decided to go with fur, you know, because, I guess it was just like, oh, I'm a furry, so, you know, maybe this will work. But then, Kaiju made that art piece, that showed my character with a body made of water, and I liked that so much, I changed it to where now it's not fur, the blue on my body is just water now. I am now just a being made of solid water, you know? Of course, my character is still, like, human and cat shark, but, you know, it's a bit of a weird, twisted lore thing, you know, that, it's like, you know, it doesn't make sense, but since it's fiction, it makes sense, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make any real logical sense, but since it's fiction, you know, it just makes sense, because, yeah, that is how it is. So, yeah. A lot of things have just really inspired the character, so yeah, that's why. And as for Pyro is a bit of an interesting story, because initially, Pyro started off as another alter ego known as Storm Shadow, which was a darker version of me, kind of like a corrupted a corrupted alter ego that I would sometimes activate and become a more evil, twisted version of myself. And what inspired this was mostly Glitch Trap, actually. The whole idea of Storm Shadow, you know, being like, my brain glitching out and messing up to become a evil, more sadistic and villainous type character. But then, I eventually decided to change it because, you know, it, didn't... Because, you know, I just thought it would be a cooler idea to, you know, make my alter ego kind of like, hey, my alter ego is not just an evil version of me, but he also has fire powers, which sort of goes against my water powers, you know? It's sort of a, yin and yang situation. Like, one side, the water-controlling one, is the good, peaceful, and the, dark side, is the fire controller and the more evil, bloodlusted character. But then I decided, you know what? Why not just make Pyro his own person, you know? So then that's what I did. I split the two characters in two, gave an in-lore reason to why they split, and what was going on with why Aqua had Pyro in his brain, and then... boom, now Pyro is now Pyro's his own character. And for what inspired me to make him is, again, like I said, Glitch Trap, but also, more down the line, I started getting inspired by, a character like Alistair from Hazbin Hotel. That's where the constant smile and the charismatic attitude comes from. And also the, you know, cocky arrogance and stuff like that. He believes he's better than everyone because, you know, he is genetically linked to the strongest hero in the world. So, you know, it kind of gives him a cocky attitude and stuff. Also, design-wise, he was inspired by Alistair again. And also, you know, Black Hat from Villainous. And, yeah, that's really how I came up with these characters, you know? It was just a long time of just me just coming up with ideas, you know? I came up with these characters, I got inspired by these characters initially, came up with them, conceived them, and then, along the line, more and more things have inspired them. And more things will continue to inspire them. Like, my channel initially wasn't supposed to be a mix of tropical and medieval. I was just inspired by a lot of fantasy, and I love medieval style fantasy types, things like that. So that's why it's also mixed in with my more tropical theme. You know, it's it's a mix of, you know, like, those many, isekai anime that you see a lot of the time, where, the main character gets transported into a new world, and the world is more medieval and magical. I've always been fascinated by that sort of stuff, and just, fantasy, medieval in general, like, you know, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, like, you know, just... I love that type of stuff, and I also love, you know, tropical, more bright-colored, beachy things, so I decided to mix the two together. Now, my channel's official theme is tropical / fantasy medieval, and that's how it's gonna go. And, you know, it may get inspired by other things, you know, so who knows? But that's what it is mainly. It is tropical and medieval, and you can very clearly see that, as my character is a knight. And the knight portion of my character was actually inspired by Optimus Prime, more specifically the Bayverse version, because when I started watching it, I loved the idea of, you know, Optimus being a knight. That's by far my favorite origin story of Optimus. The fact that he initially started out as a knight of Iacon, and, you know, he eventually had to fight in the Cybertronian War, and then in the later movies of the Bayverse, he became his knight self again. And, you know, so I decided to add more knightly character to my character. And so that's where the armor comes from, and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, that's the answers to y'all's questions. Let me know if you have any more questions in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like on it, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button to help me get to my goal of 5,000 subscribers. That is my new sub goal for for right now, and I really hope that you can help me reach it. And also make sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on whenever I upload, and join the Discord. I will link it in the description. But anyways, that's all I got for you today. I will catch you in the very next video. Thank you, and good night.